Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report presented by Xbox One. It is Puckett and Jack here with our Vulcan Fantasy Picks. Now, on Vulcan.com, you're able to draft a team of 8 players for the Season 3 Pro League.
Yep.
8 teams playing tonight, picking out 8 players. A little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, though, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. And with the big monetary value that works in Vulcan, you have $10,000 to pick these 8 players. Each of them are based off of their score that they've done in their previous performances in the league so far. So there's some players so you look at and you're saying, why is this player higher than this person? But this guy's got better stats. It all really comes down to how many games the series goes, how many engagements they get in. Maybe one guy has worse stats, but he's always inside the hill getting more score. There's a lot that goes into the strategy and picking for these 8 guys.
Now, for any of you guys who do fantasy picks for any other sports, I'd say this one's a little bit differently. The score, as you mentioned, Jack, it's all based on your actual in-game score. That takes account all of your kills, all of your assists, all of your objective work, all into your one combined score. So that's how they rank it at the end of the day. And as you mentioned, it's also kind of favorable to pick a player on a team that might go to Game 5. So very rarely are you going to see me picking nothing but FaZe and Optic Gaming members. And I probably wouldn't have the money to do so because not only is it your previous performance, but also kind of the community popularity of picks that drives up the prices.
And that's the big thing. You need to kind of gamble on, well, I think this series could go 5 games. Maybe I'll pick a lesser player to be able to afford a better player in a different series. So let's say Scump could be worth $2,300. On the other hand, TCM could be worth just $920. So in the whole breakdown of your money system of $10,000, you need to ensure that you make the most of that money you start with. Every team gets one shot caller that you can pick as well. This shot caller is going to get 25% extra score. So you want to pick the player who you think will be the most consistent or really just step up for your team on that night.
All right, I was just reconfirming my team here. I picked these guys before the roster changes, but I'm still holding true to my picks. Let's take a look at my first starting 4. I'm going with Silly from Isolation Empire. I've been really impressed by the way he's able to drop monster numbers when pulling out the bow on maps like Solar. He's going up against Rise Nation tonight, and when I originally looked at Rise, I thought, yeah, he's not going to have too much competition in theory in the bow play. If he's sticking with the ASM1 on short-range maps, might not get as high of kills, but he's averaging 29.83 kills per 10 minutes in games. Deaths don't really hurt him here in the Vulcan scoring system, and most importantly, he was super cheap. Less than $1,000. He was kind of my steal of the draft. Up next, you'll see Looney. Looney, probably my favorite uplink player to watch of all times. He's so elusive, so accurate with the drone tosses. I think you're also going to see quite a few hardpoint breaks from him, giving him those bonuses. 1.01 KD with almost 32 kills per 10 minutes. He is my top slayer on my first card. And then I'm going with Saints. Saints, of course, now on Elevate, former teammate of Looney's. These two used to have to trade kills or share kills. Not anymore. No. Saints is able to just be a monster slayer. And you heard TJ is coming back to the Elevate lineup. That's going to move Apathy over to the Rise Nation squad. They're no longer on Elevate together like the time when this graphic was made. But I think this is going to help me tonight. Now they're on opposite teams, and you're going to see each of these guys able to shine in that slaying role.
Oh, absolutely. But the big thing to point out with Apathy, $1,500 cost. Is it going to be the cost-effective pick? He's got to go big for your team to really just make sure that that was the right choice.
The whole world should know by now I am a massive Apathy fan. He was one of the first people I picked up there. I picked up Silly to counter that one out on my first card. Saints, though, he is going to be my key player tonight. I picked him to go big as my shot caller. Shot callers give you a 25% extra bonus for their performance on the evening. So I'm really hoping Elevate versus Optic Nation is going to go to Game 5 tonight. I hope Saints is able to pick up a lot of kills. And now that you see Apathy playing with Rise Nation against Isolation tonight, that's another one that could go to Game 5 between Silly and Apathy and score me some big ones. My other 4 players, though, these are going to be mostly Optic Nation members and another ISO member. I thought ISO and Rise could go the distance. I think Optic Nation and Elevate, as mentioned, should do the same. Embos, another major surprise for me. I think it's just the Optic fans cheering him on, always picking him. That kind of boost him above some of his teammates like Mochilla. Embo is kind of a major face in the Optic brand, but you look at his Slayer rating, A lot of people think Embos can't kill. He's been doing a great job in the Pro League so far. 29.46 Slayer rating through 10 minutes of respawn.
Yeah, and right now, very expensive for your team, but expect him to be obviously inside that hard point, getting the breaks, getting the captures for his squad. He's going to need to go big tonight for you to take home this victory. On the other side of things, you got Attach on FaZe. If his series goes 3-0, might not get you as much score as you would have hoped.
Yeah, after watching Attach this week, and I was like, shot caller? No, they're going to 3-0 their opponents, most likely. You're playing TK. FaZe able to do some damage so far throughout the Pro League. I think they should be able to do it again tonight. So I only picked one player from FaZe. I think Attach is going to be my guy tonight. But overall, feeling good about my squad if things go to Game 5s.
All right, well, you got a chance on your side of things. My team, though, looks a little bit different. I went through the picks tonight, really found some players that I thought absolutely stepped up on LAN this past week. You could see Zuma, my first pick on this squad, obviously playing for FaZe, very expensive, 1,660 cost, the 1.15 KD, just shy of a 35 Slayer rating. Zuma is actually going to wind up being my shot caller. I actually fully believe that he is going to dominate, even if it goes just 3 games. I think he's going to destroy in the first hardpoint up against TK. I'm fully confident in his sub abilities to just dominate there in games 1 and 2. My next player has to be Octane from Envy. He's been destroying so far in Season 3. The 1.27 KD, 33 Slayer rating. With that, Bal just going to lock down the map for his squad. I also have Saints, as Puck had said before. Expect that series that could go 4, maybe 5 games. And then finally, TJ, the new pickup for Elevate.
Oh, yeah!
With that sub in hand, fully expect him to play a lot of the objective. You can see online right now, a 1.11 KD, 33 Slayer rating, and just a 1,300 cost. Had to pick him up for my team. That's my first 4 players. On the other side of things, though,
I didn't realize TJ's dropping 33. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
He's got more kills per respawn than Moch.
Oh, he's doing major things, to say the least, right now. Here's a look at my final 4 picks. Mochilla, just like you, Puckett, thought he would be a great pickup for this squad. Expect him to go 5 games tonight. Silly from Isolation, a $1,400 cost. We both had him as well. Havoc from Isolation, my other pick from that squad. We just spoke to him earlier today. That 1v4 made me a believer. I'm confident in his sub abilities, especially the aggressive SMG in breaking the hard point. And finally, Enable from FaZe, a dominant weekend this past weekend with, I think, above a 1.2 KD. He's not doing as well online, but I expect his confidence to be at a peak right now after winning this past event.
Yo, you feeling good, Enable?
Oh, I'm Enable's biggest fan.
Enable was the most consistent player this weekend and had the highest KD from FaZe.
Absolutely.
Random facts.
Oh, that's the truth. And Clayster said it all weekend long.
Impressive lineup here, Jack. I think you and I have the same picks on Moch. We have the same picks on Silly.
Yep.
We have the same picks on Havoc.
Yep.
We have the same picks on Saints. Who was your shot caller? Zuma. Oh, Zuma, you better 3-0 tonight. Help me out, brother. You went with Tej. I went with Apathy, so that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
In the Elevate and Rise Nation matches. Also, we just got word from Rise Nation. They are not going to be playing with the starting lineup that we showed you. Here's the original lineup that we showed you. Of course, TJ getting traded. Apathy is going to be filling in. Instead of TCM, though, they're picking up a guy we haven't seen in quite a while. Jay Sano from Vex was picked up by Rise Nation last second as a substitute. I don't know if TCM is home yet or if they're just benching him in favor of Jay Sano. Thoughts on this move?
Yeah, this is something that I wasn't expecting as well. Some major things with these 2 squads, Elevate and Rise, in just the last hour. Fully looking forward to this match even more now to see if this Jay Sano move pays off. Is it something that's going to be permanent, or is it just a fill-in? Is there a reasoning for TCM not being around tonight? We'll have to try to figure out from that lineup.
Matt Morello, how you feel about your ISO pick now? Oh, wait, you went with Rise. I'm going, I think ISO with Parasite, knowing who their 4th is more than 5 minutes ahead of time. Should be able to win, but as you heard on the show earlier, Havoc has never played with them. It's a first time for both teams.
This is going to be a crazy match to watch.
It's all kicking off in about 2 minutes here, Jack. A great pregame show. You'll take it away. Matthew J. Morello and Courage bringing you the action tonight. Pro League kicks off when we return.